VLSos here. This is a video lesson on average. Another word for average is mean. An average is a way of measuring or finding the center of a set. Finding the center of something is very meaningful in mathematics. When the something that you're trying to find the center of is a set of numbers, then an average is one way to consider what that center is. For example, we could find or be asked to find the average of the numbers 12, 14, and 8. We can consider these three numbers to be a small set of numbers. We have one number that is the largest, the maximum, 14. One number that's the minimum, 8, the smallest. Average would be to consider where the center between 8 and 14 is. To calculate an average, we take two simple steps. Step number 1, add all the numbers of the set. If our set is these three numbers, then we would have 12 plus 14 plus 8, which is 34. Step number 2 in calculating the average, divide by the amount of numbers in the set. We added three numbers. We could consider the size of this set to be 3. And if we divide by the amount of numbers that we added together, then we get our average. The average of 12, 14, and 18 is 34 over 3. We could show this as the mixed number 11 and 1/3. 11 and 1/3 is one way of measuring the center of this set of numbers. It doesn't belong to the set. It's in between the largest number and the smallest number. Let's give one more example. If your scores, let's say on a school exam, are 72 and 90, what do you need to get on a third exam to have an average above 80? This question is more sophisticated than calculating an average, but it uses this concept. In this case, we have a set of 3 exam scores. An exam score of 72, 90, and a third exam score that we have to determine. We know the average that we want to get. We want to get above an 80. So we're going to use this process, but the unknown is going to be one of the numbers in the set. That's going to create an equation that we can then use to solve for that unknown. So we're going to calculate the average of our 3 scores, 72, 90, and a yet unknown exam score we'll call X. And if we sum those scores and divide by the number of things that we are adding together, again, it's 3 exam scores that we're adding together, then that average we want to be above 80. This is an inequality we're going to use to solve for x. Algebraically, we'll get x by itself by multiplying first both sides by 3. When we do, it'll cancel out this division by 3, and we get 72 plus 90 plus x is greater than 3 times 80 is 240. If I subtract 72 and subtract 90 from both sides, that will leave x by itself. And I have to subtract 90 and 72 from 240. When I do, I'll get 78 on the right side. I have x by itself, and the answer to this question is that third exam score, the score that I have to get, needs to be above 78 in order to get the average above 80.